Recording. Hey everybody, it's Andrew Fox here. I'm with my man Greg. Greg just sent me a PM there on Facebook and said, "Hey man, I made my first $100,000 thanks to following you. You were a great inspiration in it." And I said, "Greg, that's amazing. Would you mind just jumping on a quick call with me, just sharing your story with the world, and just keep it real, man. Like go through your struggles, the hard bits, and how you got there." So, Greg, welcome to the call, man.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Fox, and it's an honor to be on the live with you right now. And I've been following you. I was even surprised when you gave me a friend, when you accepted my friend request, and I knew I was following you before that. So when I got the friend request, I said, "Hey, this is something good here." And then I was even more blown away with the free content that you give away just on your social media. And I come from I'm from Detroit. I come from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm a hard worker. Factories here.
Yep.
And in the beginning, all I could do was follow. You know what I mean? Before I could pay for anything. But the free content you gave away, just me following you on Facebook, that's what helped me make my first 100,000.
Dude, that's
And
100,000 from free content. And do you mind me asking what type of content was it that was really helping you at the time?
it was helping me when I saw the content about you showing the pivotal keys about what it takes to be a genuine marketer. And you and Mr. Parks, you guys did phenomenal things together. And when I saw just what you were constantly posting, things that you could have just kept to yourself,
Yep.
I paid attention, and I put my, hard work into my 9 to 5, and I invested into whatever tools I needed even before I could even pay for your training. But I still felt I was getting trained just by following you from what you were putting up on your Facebook alone. I just want to let people know I really made this money off just your free training. So I can only imagine. I can imagine, okay, I'm looking at I'm making money off what he's putting out for free. Imagine what I can do if I invested in myself and really invested in what he's offering on paid training, because I made money literally off just your post because you kept it genuine. And that's what I respect about you so much.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I've always tried to, I figure things out myself. I always, stay humble, study the latest marketing, and then I'm able to present it in an easy to dissect way, so people can come along and say, okay, I understand this training. They still got to follow along. They've got to take action on the steps, and not one video is going to give you the answer to everything you need, but it helps a bit closer. As you said, it's the pivotal points, which we call leverage points. What are the main factors I need to do? So, your story is so inspirational because, as you said, you're in a hard-working area, factories, and you're literally, I don't know if you're paying for family, you've got bills, and you've got life can be hard. So it takes like a great mental attitude to basically, say, I want to make a better life for myself. And
exactly.
Well, everyone sees the riches. Let's call it the Lamborghinis and all that.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that, but a lot of people just want to get out of their current situation. They just want a better life for their family, for their people, and the internet is a way to do that. So that's amazing what you've done so far, and it's probably only the start of your journey as well.
And that's what I saw, Mr. Fox, when me coming up from a background of, hardworking parents. I didn't grow up, super broke, but, I come from a background where one of my parents ended up on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came from a middle class to a broke class, to be honest, and I have no shame in it because at the end of the day, I still had the experience of understanding what hard work meant. And growing up in Detroit, Michigan, you know, everything wasn't perfect. Everyone knows, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's really reality that this is not the easiest place to grow up. But at the same time, when you have people like you who are giving genuine content, and you have a person like me who may not have all the resources, but the willingness
Yes.
to learn from someone who's being genuine to teach, I took advantage of that. And I would say anyone who's willing to learn, you guys, you personally, and has helped me constantly build myself up to where I could make 100,000 and crawl out that hole.
Yeah.
You know, where I have, you know, 3 children. And before I got married, you know, my fiance was like, hey, you know, well, you making, you know, $12 an hour, you know, we okay with that? And I said, I'm not okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the blessing is to have a job. Don't get me wrong, but I like nice things. And I want my kids to have what I didn't have.
Yep, absolutely.
And the internet gives that ability.
Yep.
And I knew following you from just the free content, like I say again, showed me a way to really build an income with just hard work and strategizing, using your tools and your wit and your skill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but, you know, I got to say, you know, you got to have that drive in you, too, because people like you who are genuine teaching,
yep, you
could talk all day, but if people like me who are listening don't have that drive, you're not going to make any money.
Yeah, it's so true, man, because it's like the old saying, I can show you how to do the sit-ups, I can tell you how to do the sit-ups, but
yeah,
I'm going to do the sit-ups for you.
Yeah. And when I saw your setups, I just said, look, this guy's killing it. You know, him and his brother, Mr. Parks, and, you know, just your whole team. You guys are creating, you know, softwares and just training that it's really breaking records. And I couldn't believe that some of the stuff you were giving out on your Facebook, I couldn't believe you were doing it. And you know, it was just so amazing. And I was like, hey, look, I got to pay attention.
It's an abundant mindset thing as well, Greg, because putting out good stuff to the world, like, hey, it's marketing and, you know, the strategies and tactics, but you could have that, you know, scarcity mindset. You're like, it's mine and I'm not giving it to anybody. But
yeah,
there's a lot more to be, you know, if you'll give it out, you get back a lot more. And
yeah,
that's been my personal experience. The more you kind of impact and the more good things you give to the world and sell your strategy. Yeah. I have people that come back from me from 5, 10, 15 years ago and say they managed to quit their job and start a full-time business from a long time ago. So it's amazing, the potential of putting out good stuff. So that's when you hit me up on Facebook. I said, you know, dude, let's just jump on a call right now and hear your story. And I love your background and where you've come from and what you've gone on to achieve. And like I said, you know, there's still much more to do. So congratulations. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I just want to thank you. And I just want to tell everyone, look here, if you don't believe what Mr. Andrew Fox does and his team, you're playing around with yourself. You have to believe in yourself, but you have to understand that this is a guy that could keep everything to himself and still make money. So if you have a guy like Mr. Andrew Fox giving you content for free and just genuine content for free, you know, when you get anything you pay for, it's real, because if you follow him, everyone who knows you already knows this, but I just want to say this for those who don't know. You have to follow people who you want to be successful like, or maybe even more successful than. Mm-hmm. But at this time, I know that you've been way more successful. So that's the guy I want to follow, not just because you're successful, because your content is genuine.
Thank you, man.
And it's transparent.
Yep.
So I just want to say thank you. And if anyone has any doubts, ask around. And when I saw $100,000 in my account where I can quit my factory job and sit back and relax and work and do whatever my kids need to do and send them to school.
You then have, you're not tied to the noose of income all the time.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to do things for your kids or explore other online avenues. It takes the pressure off.
Yeah, it took a lot of pressure off, and that was just off you giving me a chance of just giving me a yes on the friend request.
Yeah.
So follow Mr. Andrew Fox because he's gonna put them nuggets out, and it's just on you to take those nuggets and eat them. And that's the best way I can put it. And I appreciate you and your team and your brother and Mr. Sparks and just everybody, because I know you guys really put out the content and, it's so many fakers out here, so many pretenders, there's so many, yeah, you can have the money, but what are you saying? I know with you, we didn't just get a show, we got content.
That's right. Yeah.
I got content before I even, you know what I mean? You get the content before you even expect money. When you hear you talk, when I heard you talk, I didn't care what you had. I just knew you knew what you were talking about. And that's why you have what you have.
Yep.
And you're giving the knowledge to where anyone can do that if they just put the work in.
Yeah. It's always about, Greg, developing your skill set, and in the online world especially, that your skill set has to evolve. If I didn't study and evolve myself, then 1, 2, 3 years goes by pretty quick, and that's the beast. But you have to look at that on two sides of the coin, where the evolution is a great opportunity, but if you don't keep up with it, then it can come and sort of bite you in the ass. So you have to stay on top of your game. But that's all part of the fun. So that's the journey of entrepreneurship. So you just gotta love it.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for being a transparent entrepreneur that teaches other people how they can not just watch you, but succeed, because I succeeded. And coming from my background, you think you may get that money from sports or rapping or whatever, but I was able to find you and know that I could actually make $100,000 and get out that factory and create my own product and learn Facebook ads and learn just marketing, period, just the pivotals. And
keep learning, man.
I just want to say thank you.
Cool. Well, Gregory, an absolute, the honor was all mine. Thank you so much for jumping on this call and giving up your time. I loved you sharing
Thank you so much.
Story, and I'll be sure to share it with my audience. I think they'll be inspired, both existing followers and new followers. So thank you for your time, and I'll sign off now.
My pleasure. You take care.
Take care.
Bless you.